Welcome to part 1 of tutorial 2. In this video, we will learn the basics of roster and set builder notation. Let's get started with roster notation. Roster notation is a way of representing a number set that involves listing all of the numbers in the set in a row. Let's go through this step by step. To represent a number set in roster notation, we begin with braces or curly brackets as shown here. Note that this particular set does not have any numbers in it. Such a set is known as an empty set, and this is the symbol used to represent it. So we can write the following. Okay, let's now consider a set that has only one number in it, known as a singleton set. Let's call this set S, and let's suppose that it only contains the number 1 as shown here. Now, any number that is included in a set is called an element of that set, and we use the following symbol to represent the phrase is an element of. So, returning to our singleton set S, given that the number 1 is included in this set, we can write 1 is an element of the set S. To indicate that a number is not an element of a set, we use the following symbol. So, returning to our singleton set S, we can see, for example, that the number 2 is not included in this set. Therefore, we can write 2 is not an element of the set S. Good. Let's now consider a set that has a few elements in it. Let's call this alternative set A, and let's suppose it contains the numbers 1 through 5 as shown here. Note that a comma is used to separate each element of the set. Also, the order of the elements of a set does not matter. Although the elements of set A are arranged in ascending order, they can also be arranged in descending order or in a random order. All of these sets are equivalent, that is, they are the same. So, in summary, this way of representing a set, that is, with elements listed in a row and separated by commas, is known as roster notation. Let's now learn the basics of set builder notation. Set builder notation is an alternative way of representing a number set that does not involve listing all of the elements of the set. Hence, set builder notation can be used to represent number sets that have a large number of elements in them and sets that have elements that go on forever, like the number sets we learned about in the previous tutorial. Let's now go through the method of representing a number set using set builder notation. As an example, let's use set A that was presented earlier. Note that the elements of this set are, in fact, the natural or counting numbers 1 through 5. To represent this set in set builder notation, we begin by defining a variable x as a natural number between and including the numbers 1 and 5. Next, we build a set with the x variable in it, which is read as the set of all x. Then we insert a colon to the right of the x, which represents the phrase such that. The purpose of this is to allow us to enter specific information about x, that is, our definition of x. Next, we go ahead and insert our definition of x using appropriate mathematical symbols. We defined x as a natural number between and including the numbers 1 and 5. Mathematically, we can represent this as follows, which is read as x is greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 5, where x is an element of the set of natural numbers. Inserting this definition into the set presented above, we obtain the following. Therefore, set A in set builder notation can be described as the set of all x such that x is greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 5, where x is an element of the set of natural numbers. Great! Now that we have learnt the basics of roster and set builder notation, please click on the next video for part 2 of this tutorial, where we will practice using these types of notation to represent countable and uncountable number sets.